Did y'all know that coffee is good for your liver? Shababa doo, shababa what? What is up? Shababa don't. I don't know why I didn't think of that one first. I made myself a terrible smoothie bowl. Actually, it tastes delicious. It just looks terrible. Don't judge a smoothie bowl by the top. Anybody ever see that Cody Co video? Where he's doing the That's Cringe with Noel Miller. And they're doing that girl and that guy that met at Whole Foods. And she's like, we taught each other how to make smoothie bowls. And she's like, oh my god, we're teaching each other, babe. And he's like, oh my god, yes, like we are soulmates. I made that smoothie bowl on my own. I haven't actually talked about myself that much so far in any of these videos, but I go to Marist College. I'm a fashion major, and I am a music minor, so that means that I get to go to music camp every year, which is, you know, a time. Yeah, so I go to music camp every year. I'm in singers. I don't play an instrument, unfortunately. I wish so badly I did. So here's kind of what happened. Moving to school early. I moved in last Tuesday. And on Wednesday, I'm riding my bike to music camp with my folder and my water bottle in this hand, and I'm biking with this hand, like, holding my stuff over here, and I approached my destination, and, you know, as you do when you're approaching your destination, you put the brake on, right? So I started slowing down, and I just totally lost control of the bike. I swerved, and I went, hui! And the handlebars went right into my stomach, and they went, like, into my stomach and up. It totally hit my diaphragm, and I was completely left breathless, so what happened was I flipped over. The handlebars went in, I flipped over and fell like this, so this whole side got smashed, and dude, I was screaming, and I'm not really a screamer. I'm not squeamish. I'm not, like, you can basically do anything. I can do anything, kind of, that I want to my body, and you know? Girls have high pain tolerances, that's all I gotta say. And I could not breathe. I was looking at the sidewalk, and it was going in and out, and blurry, and it kind of looked like sand for a bit. It was a tan sidewalk. But I just I screamed for so long, and I couldn't breathe for double the time that I was screaming. And I was on the floor screaming, and there was this girl nearby, luckily. She pulled the bike off of me, and a couple other people around ran and got my water bottle and my music folder. I couldn't move, and I couldn't breathe really still, even after I could breathe. What happened was I went to health services. They wanted to take me to the ER first. They called security, and they were like, you need to go to the ER. And I was like, listen, I only got a couple scrapes, alright? Like, I'll walk it off, I'll be fine. But then they're like, no, you really should go to health services. And I was like, well, yeah, I need a Band-Aid. So I go to health services, and they kind of patch me up. They patched me up, they gave me steri strips and just a big gauze thing for this knee. And I was still kind of having trouble breathing, and I was very tender. So they were like, listen, we don't think you should go to music camp today, but tomorrow we want a checkup appointment with you, and we'll move forward from there. The next day I went to health services again, and they were like, listen, I was still really tender, like right here. And they were like, we would really feel much better about this if you just went to the hospital and got an ultrasound. I went to the hospital, and I got an ultrasound like 6 hours later, because you're not allowed to eat 6 or 4 hours before you get an ultrasound or something, so I didn't eat all day. I get my ultrasound done. I mean, at this point, it, like, is kind of starting to hurt. Not all the time, only when I'm walking, and if you ever can't breathe for, like, periods of time, that's not normal. I feel like such a dumbass having to say that to myself now, but like, I deadass, I was like, you know, I can't breathe sometimes, but like, I'm fine. I went to the hospital, I got a CAT scan. Oh no. I am in a hospital. I completely split my liver in half. I should have died. Should be the operative word. I didn't almost die. I'm now realizing that there is a difference between almost dying and should have died. Should have been dead. Almost dying would entail that you either were dead for a second and they got you back, or you know, were on the way out, but I was never on the way out. It was just the injury that I got. Most people that get this injury die instantly. I am not dead, obviously. The doctors were dumbfounded. The trauma surgeons that came to see me were like, I cannot believe this is the girl. Like, I cannot believe that that is that girl's liver. You know what I mean? And honestly, at the time, I wasn't really like, oh my god, that's insane, because they didn't say those words to me yet. They had just told me, like, that I had a high-grade laceration of the liver, and they were just so surprised that I was so up in spirits, I guess. I wasn't really freaking out. I kind of just assumed that I was going to be fine. I put myself into my own mini car accident with my bike. The amount of trauma my body has been through, it's never really handled this much before. Hence the smoothie bowl and the coffee for my liver and the sweats, because I can't wear anything high-waisted. I can't wear anything high-waisted or tight around my abdominal area. I can't laugh. I can't sing. I can't work out. I can't walk for too long. I can't stand for too long. I can't lift anything over 15 pounds. I can't drink alcohol until Christmas. Yesterday, I had 4 months exactly, so now I have 3 months and 30 days. You know, not like I'm counting down or anything. My liver is so fragile right now that when I was initially brought into the ER and after I got my CAT scan done, I had to be in the ICU for 3 days, and it was pretty wild. So now I am at home for the next 2 weeks. I'm really not supposed to be doing anything. Today was the first day I put on makeup in like a week, basically. And I didn't even put on that much, but it feels good to look good, you know what I'm saying? What is more important, and really kind of why I made this video, is because I have a second chance at life. You know, my mom was doing research on my liver laceration. She was like, oh, it's funny because there's actually not a lot of research done on like what foods you should eat or stuff like that with this high grade of a laceration, because most of them are dead. Most of them are dead, or they got surgery, and I didn't have to get surgery, and I'm not dead. So if I would have died, you know, I would have died very young. 20 is not a long life to live. Unfortunately, I did know people that died before then, and I honestly wonder, see, I just got chills. I don't know. I feel like it was them. I feel like they saved my ass. So that's what happened to me.